I a girl? Hey everyone, so today in this week's video, I'm going to be doing a video titled, Am I a Girl? And I am going to be answering your dying question on what my sex is, what my gender identity is, what my sexual orientation is, what my gender expression is, all that good stuff, because y'all are just so curious about what's in my pants. So real quick, I just want to put this out there. When I make YouTube videos, I want people to enjoy the video for the content and what it is, rather than them focusing on who I go to bed with, or where I use the restroom, or what's in my pants, because that's no one's business but my own, unless you are going to be affiliating in my immediate life, like you're going to be working with me, be my friend, or like be a part of my family. It's nobody's business but mine, so I just want to put that out there real quick, so Lego. So today in this video, I'm going to be enlightening y'all on some definitions and some terms and some other things that you possibly need to know about LGBT stuff, and hopefully you learn something about this. You can possibly teach other people that are curious or want a better understanding of this. I personally am not an expert at this, and I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm just gonna be reading things off of the internet, and I'll be putting some sources in the link in the description down below, so I'm not making anything up, so don't yell at me if I get something incorrect, but yeah, let's just get into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is this birdcage analogy. My friend actually taught me about this, and she took a sexuality class, and I actually have a birdcage to demonstrate. So what the birdcage analogy is that so many people are caught up on looking at one bar of the birdcage when they go up close like this. Pretend you can see one bar. And the thing is, if you back up, you can see all the other bars. So on YouTube, I feel like a lot of people that are new to my channel and don't understand who I am and where I'm coming from, they see just this one bar, and that's if I'm a boy or a girl. And if you back up, there's so many more aspects of myself and my identities. For instance, like my sexual orientation, my ethnicity, my nationality, my age, my social class, my gender, like all that stuff. So be aware that people are more than just one bar in a birdcage, and that they are made up of all types of things, and people are different in their own ways and unique and beautiful in their own ways, so remember that. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is my sex, and I was biologically born a boy and male, so next question. So now I'm going to be talking about my gender identity, and I just want to say that I am so comfortable with being a dude. Like, I'm okay with having a ding-a-ling. I'm totally fine using the men's restroom. Yeah, I get weird looks here and there, but at the end of the day, I'm still a guy because that's what I identify as. And a lot of people get the misconception that I'm trans because I wear feminine things, which I don't like how people put labels on clothes. Like, clothes are clothes. The only reason why they're separated is so society can figure out who is who easier, but in actuality, like, you can wear whatever you want, whatever makes you comfortable and happy, okay? So if you don't know what transgender means, transgender is when your gender in the inside, like your soul, does not match your biological sex on the outside, and you want to align that and make it match. So a lot of people think that I identify as a female because I wear feminine things. However, that's not the case. And the thing with today, I feel like in society, is that yeah, we're being so more accepting of transgender, but we're kind of forgetting the fact that you can still be a boy and do girly things and not be called transgender, and it's still just a boy, you know? And the thing that I find interesting is Ruby Rose. If you don't know who Ruby Rose is, she is an actress on the TV show Orange is the New Black. She is this androgynous, which I will define in a second, androgynous woman who can pass as both male and female, but a lot of people are supportive and they're like, oh my gosh, she is so hot, she is so sexy. And what I find interesting is that when a woman has masculine features, they're like praised more in a way, whereas when I have feminine features, it kind of gets like degraded, which I find really interesting. And a lot of times I get comments from guys saying, oh, I understand that you're gay, but why do you have to be a woman or be girly, da 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 da. And the thing is, what's wrong with being feminine? Because in a way, when someone says that, it kind of tells me like, you're saying femininity is wrong, but it shouldn't be, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if you are a guy and you want to be feminine, go for it. Nothing wrong with crying, nothing wrong with wearing makeup, nothing wrong with walking your thing. And if you are a girl and you want to have more masculine features, go for it. Do you. Be happy with who you are. Like, I support you 100%, okay, boo-boo? Personally, for me, I am learning about myself more and more each day, and I probably don't even know as much as you do, but I'm going to be defining some words, and I found this all on Wikipedia, and a lot of y'all may be saying Wikipedia is not a good source. However, they have resources like in the description and like in the links in the references, so in a way it is useful. So let's get started into the definitions. So continuing on the topic of gender identity, I found this term called genderqueer. It could also be known as queer in the LGBTQ, which stands for non-binary, and non-binary just means people who don't want to be exclusively masculine or exclusively feminine, which means they're kind of like in between in a way. And genderqueer is an umbrella term. So just think of an umbrella, and the word genderqueer is at the top, and that's like the big category, and then the umbrella like branches out into different terms. So it's like the big word for a bunch of other things going into it, if that makes any sense. So the umbrella term genderqueer can branch off into different genders, such as bigender, which in a way is similar to gender fluid, which is moving between genders, which means like one day you're gonna be all masculine and one day you're gonna be all feminine, which is gender fluid bigender. There's trigender or pangender, or having no gender, which is agender. So for me, I would say that my gender identity is just male, I guess, because I don't fluctuate from male one day and then female the other day. I am kind of more in between, which I will get in a second about androgyny if you were thinking about that word. But I would just say I identify as male. So moving on to gender expression, so the way that I express myself like on the outside is, you would say, more feminine, and that's true, but for me personally, I would say I'm more androgynous, and androgyny means both masculine and feminine characteristics, whether it's with clothes, whether with your facial features, your hair, whatever it is. I would say that my gender identity is androgynous rather than feminine, because there are days where I incorporate both masculine and feminine characteristics into like an outfit or like my makeup. My facial features are definitely masculine because I was born male. So I would say that my gender identity is androgynous. So moving on to the last category, which is sexual orientation, and a lot of people get the misconception that gender identity and sexual orientation are like similar or go hand in hand, but I learned this from the Caitlyn Jenner show, and sexual orientation is who you're going to bed with, and gender identity is who you're going to bed as. So with that being said, my sexual orientation is money, which means if you have money, then I'll like you, duh. I'm totally kidding, but since I identify as male and I'm attracted to male, that means I'm gay! Yay! If you think about it, it's really not that hard, and if you are confused or have any questions, there's lots of resources that you can look up online. You can maybe have a discussion with someone else that has a better understanding of it than I do personally in the comment section down below. But if you are curious on what someone's sexual orientation is or gender identity is, first off, it's none of your business. You should embrace the person for who they are, and you shouldn't really focus on that part. And if you really want to know, a good way to ask whether they're a boy or a girl without sounding awkward is saying like, "Hi, my name is Kevin. My gender pronouns are he, him, and his. What are yours?" In a way, that's kind of weird too, but it like neutralizes the situation. So asking someone what their pronouns are is an indicator on their gender identity. So I have this really awesome quote that I really wanted to share with y'all, and it's, "When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower." So if you ever feel like you're an outsider because society is telling you that what you're doing is wrong, ignore it, because you shouldn't change who you are. It's them who needs to change, or them who needs to ignore you. And if they can't handle that, then cut them out of your life, because you don't need none of that negativity, and you are all beautiful the way you are. Be true to yourself, be yourself, and ignore the haters, because you're flawless in all aspects. So hopefully that answers your question on what my sex is, my gender identity, my gender expression, and my sexual orientation is, because so many of you are new to my channel, and if you are, welcome. We have Netflix and pizza parties every week, so be sure to click that subscribe button down below. But yeah, hopefully that clears the air and like confusion, and I don't think I'm ever gonna answer any more questions on whether I'm a boy or girl. And if you see someone in the future that comments on my videos saying if I'm a boy or girl, what my sexual orientation is, or why I'm the way I am, then you can redirect them to this video. But yeah, if you would like to start a discussion or something down below, feel free to do so in the comment section, and hopefully you can learn something. And if you are coming to this video and you are against all of this, then there are many ways for you to be an adult about it and be mature and leave. One, you could definitely ignore, or two, avoid things in general. So there's that. But yes, hopefully you've learned something from this video, and hopefully I don't offend anyone in this video, because I don't think I said anything that was offensive. I have sources in the description as well, so if you want to learn more about something, then Wikipedia. Sorry you guys. But until next time, stay flawless, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. Bye!